Welcome to Bourbon and Birds. My name is Adam Powers. I'm one of the co-founders of Bourbon and Birds, and today I'm going to show you how to break your pheasant down after field dressing. So what we have here is just a standard pheasant breast. There's two sides to it. You can kind of see the spine running right here down the middle. This one has a little bit more fat. This is one of the ones that was in the coop, and I'll show you the way that I like to break it down. So typically you can actually just follow the spine almost like a fish and come up here on this joint and follow it around. But what I have found is that it's actually faster if you can almost see that bone right there. If you cut inward almost like a fish head and then come down. So right here there is a part of the rib cage, and this will normally on this bird I've kind of broken it down a little bit, and what happens here is you just want to run a knife and cut down. Again, you can see the spine down here, and you want to cut down, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. It's almost like an opaque see-through color, and we'll show you some neat little tips and tricks of cleaning and washing and how to check for birdshot. So with that being said, pardon the angle, the first thing we're going to do is reposition for lighting. And right here where this bone is, okay, I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to cut down, and you can follow, you can almost hear it grinding, you can follow the bone, and then you're going to come down towards you. This is where the leg is, okay, this is where the wing joint is, and you're going to come down. Once you kind of come down, you'll feel that kind of separate, okay? So once that kind of separates, okay, there's another little bone right here. I just like to trim that off along with this little fat layer right here. So I just run my fillet knife, just go like that. Once that bone joint's out, again, you can see the cut, okay? We're going to follow that with one tip, just one little flex of the tip right here. Again, see that rib cage kind of separating? I'm going to run it down all the way to the back. Okay, again, I'm going to feel that rib cage, and I'll show you what that looks like afterwards. But basically where that rib cage section is, and again, I'm just following it, I'm feeling it, I'm going slow. Notice that? The reason why you want to go slow is you can almost see that right here the breast separates, so there's actually two parts of the breast, and it's almost like a tenderloin. So again, I'm just following this, I'm coming up to where that joint is, okay? Make one cut, separate that joint, and move it away, okay? One cut, separate that joint away, and then I just follow, and then it's kind of like doing a deer, where just take your fingers, slowly press the meat away. Slowly press the meat away. This is where we're at right now. So this is our cut, okay? We're going to end up coming all the way up through. So right here, this tendon, just take that out. There's another little bone right there. So once you separate that tendon and that bone, you can just come in, angle, come in, and then just all I'm doing is I'm working my edge right across the spine, okay? So at the end, this is what that will look like, okay? No meat, very, you can see it, see-through, opaque. Same thing on the other side. Again, here's that fat and that piece of rib. So I just take my knife, trim that up where that joint is. I'm going to come down almost like I'm processing a fish. So I'm just going to come down, move that away. Once you move that away and separate, okay, I start right here. Again, see that rib cage separating? If it doesn't already start separating, once you make those cuts, trim the rest of this away. And again, that's the wing socket, but once you trim that away, okay, just take your knife tip, run it down. Okay, feeling that? Again, that rib cage. I'm just going to let the knife do the work. Real slow. Okay, separate with your fingers. Okay, same thing on the top side. It's going to come up. And again, you can kind of see where that breast, if you're not being careful, see where it can kind of start separating away from you. And there you go. And that is what a pheasant breast looks like. Now what I like to do is we actually like to hold them up to the light like this, and you can see if there's any hugs or BBs or anything in there. Now I'm going to rinse these again and then vacuum pack them in my food saver. So what I like to do is, even though I vacuum pack them, I'm still going to wash them again.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Daddy.